Hello, Mark Willshire, actor and photographer fans, or MWATs. Still haven't decided yet. Should do really. So welcome to another video. So I've been thinking over the last few months or so that, you know, I wanted to do some more interviews for you guys because I know that you've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed them as well. So I wanted to do some more. But the problem is obviously with COVID restrictions and stuff, it's hard to get together with people. So my thought was, okay, well, let's go on Zoom. But then I thought, well, the only camera that you have on Zoom is the sort of camera that's inbuilt into your computer, or even a sort of separate webcam. And I thought, hang on, I have got my vlog camera. Can I hook it up to my computer so I can run it through Zoom? And long story short, yes, I could. So I decided to interview none other than Evie Hoskins, who I was in Waitress with. Now I'm giving you a heads up here because on the video recording, it was my first time doing all the setup with my vlog cam and stuff, and let's just say there's a rectangle around my face, which is my camera's focusing. So if I move like that, the square follows me. That is on screen, so I can only apologise for that. However, I decided not to re-record the interview for a number of reasons. One, because I didn't think it would have been authentic then, because Evie would have heard the answers and almost it would have felt a bit scripted and weird. And two, I always get these messages from people saying, oh my god, your videos are so good, how do you make them look so good? I could never do anything like that, and I always explain to them it's a learning process and it's, you know, taking little steps each time. So I decided to keep the square on this time because I thought that it not looking perfect or so good was a touch of showing imperfection and showing, you know what, not that I ever think I am perfect, but all my videos aren't perfect all the time, you know. So it's left on there for you guys to sort of see that, you know, you don't always have to be perfect. Sometimes it's just about getting the content up on there. Can't talk. So yeah, so I got together with Evie on Zoom, and I hope you enjoy the interview. We had lots of fun doing it, and I really hope you enjoy the questions and answers from Evie.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello! How are you?
I'm alright, not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for doing this, by the way.
No, you're welcome, I'm excited.
Good, good. For anyone watching now, I've got a square on my face because I was trying to be like technical Tina, and I've not quite figured out, so apologies for my face. You know, it's my camera working hard to focus on me looking in focus.
You're left out, if anything.
Right, yeah, thanks for doing this today. So this is just for everyone. I thought I'd do a little bit of an interview. I'm sure people will love you. So let's crack on. Let's explain to everyone how we originally met, because we didn't meet on Waitress, did we?
No, we didn't.
When did we first meet?
So we met, when would it have been? I want to say 2000, officially met 2017.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
that's
September 2017, because we were both teaching together.
Yes.
But we have both watched each other in shows before that.
Yeah, we were both in Toronto at the same time. I was doing The Bodyguard and Evie was doing Mrs. Henderson Presents. So we would have watched each other's shows, and actually we were living in the same building, but never met. And
we
Piers
could have been in the lift together.
We could have, yeah.
And we would never know. Yeah, and Piers was on Henderson with me.
And then, so we were teaching together for a while at a, let's just say, franchise.
Yeah, how long was that? About 6 months.
Say it. Yeah, it was a while
Some
into
advertising.
It. So basically, there was a week where we were told that what do you call them? Like an inspector came in, was coming in, and they were going to sort of watch us in our classes and give us a mark for the school and everything. So there was myself, Evie, and another teacher, and we got to the end of the day or weekend or session or whatever it was, wasn't it? And the teacher, the head teacher, came in and was like, "That's not a bad review, guys. Good inspection, not too bad." She went, two teachers got highly commended, and one teacher got met, which basically means, met the standards, fine, didn't blow us away, didn't blow the kids away, but fine, sort of thing. The other teacher had been teaching for a long time, hadn't they? So we were kind of like, well, she's blatantly definitely one of the highly commended. So me and Evie were kind of like going, oh. Technical problems. So let me explain. Yeah, me and Evie were going, looking at each other going, well, who's met? Is it me or you? I'm just winding each other up saying who's met. So that's a little joke we have together now. We say, don't be met or you're so met. So if you're watching at home on this video, I'm going to put I'm going to put a poll up at the top. Who do you think was met? Was it me or was it Evie? Who was met, me or Evie? There you go. So that'll be a little poll. Right. So we're just coming up to about a year now of, since the West End completely shutting down and then going into national lockdown for the first time. What has that time been like for you? And what have sort of been the ups and downs?
Yeah, it's been crazy, hasn't it? I can't believe it's nearly a year.
Crazy.
Obviously, it's been up and down, very much so. I really struggled last summer, actually. I think when everything reopened again and restaurants, and it felt like every other industry but ours was allowed to be open, and I really struggled with that because I was just like, where's my place in this world? Because it's not where it used to be. And so that was hard, but I've just been kind of focusing. I've been sorry, I'm just going to start again because I'm absolutely blabbering. I've found a way to really live day to day, which is like something I've always strived for, but not been able to achieve, because we are, as a, within our industry, we're always looking for the next thing, Absolutely, but that's impossible right now. So, I've just chilled out a lot. And then last year I moved back to Somerset, where I'm from. So I moved out of the city into the countryside, and again, that's helped loads. Like, it's just chilled me out, and like
different kind of life out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and because nothing's happening, I don't feel like I'm missing out. So I'm just enjoying my time in the countryside at the moment, which is nice.
Yeah, because that is hard sometimes, like going back home or thinking of a normal life, and there's always a part of you that's going, what's going on in the industry? Like, should I be there? Could I be doing something to help me? Like, so in certain ways for us, the lockdowns and stuff have actually been quite nice. Like you say, to have, I've been able to focus on my photography for the first time, like properly, without in the back of my head going, is my agent going to come in this week? Will I have to reschedule a shoot or anything like that?
Yeah.
That is tough. So what have been some of the ups and downs for you then?
I think, well, a big down last year was I actually got to do panto, which was amazing.
Right. Go on, you keep going. Right, go.
So last year I got to do panto, which was incredible. We ended up doing a week's rehearsal, and then we were on for 2 weeks. We played for 2 weeks, and then we got put into tier. And then we got put into tier 3. So we ended up closing on Christmas Eve, which was actually quite nice because I got to do 2 weeks of panto, and then I got really drunk on Christmas Day and not to worry about my voice.
Yeah, that's bad when you're doing panto, isn't it? Like, that's one thing as a performer. Performing in general, like, there's always that thing in the back of your mind at Christmas time, like going, I can have a drink, but I can't get too drunk. Yeah. Anyone who's watching underage right now, please don't drink, and we are not sort of glamorizing drinking. No. If you are at a young age and allowed to drink responsibly.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Of going, I can't really drink too much, because usually if you are going, say, for example, like yourself, going home to Somerset, or I was going home to Blackpool when I was younger, like there's always that bit of you that has to get up at 10 in the morning to drive back
And drive
to wherever
back.
you are on tour or doing panto and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's nice though. That's good.
Yeah.
Great. Right, quickly, just for anyone who doesn't know you, tell us a bit about yourself. You know, what sort of things you've done and how you got into acting and singing.
Okay, so I'm from Somerset originally. I went to college here and studied performing arts, and then I ended up going to university in Bournemouth for 2 years. And then whilst I was in my second year, a friend of mine suggested that I audition for a show called Spring Awakening, which was coming to London. And she was at Mount View at the time, and they'd been auditioning people there. And she was like, "You'd be perfect for this, like write to Pippa, the casting director, just see if you can get an audition," which I did. And then I ended up doing Spring Awakening when I was 20 and got an agent, and then carried on working, and then did a bit of TV, which was like so lovely, because I've had quite a nice balance between theatre and TV, which I think is really hard to achieve.
Very hard. Very hard.
Yeah, so I feel really lucky in that respect. And yeah, and then I hadn't been back to the West End in 10 years. Okay. So yeah, Waitress was my first time back in the West End.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay, so this only actually crossed my mind when I was thinking of the questions and stuff. But your time as Dawn on Waitress was actually really short, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You literally like pretty much only just started to get settled in, and then everything kicked off. The West End shut down, COVID happened.
Yeah.
Well, it happened before it, but you know what I mean. So tell us about your short experience on the show in that brief time, and like, you know, what did you love most about the whole experience? Yeah,
I mean, it was drama start to finish, I think, because the day I started rehearsals was the day that Desi flew over.
That's right.
So it was like from day one. Weirdly though, because I went in to learn my track by myself. So day one, I was just learning music by myself with Catherine, the MD. And but everyone else was like scurrying around trying to sort Desi out. So I was just like, cool, chill. Like it took the pressure off a bit.
Yeah.
And then I basically learned the show in like a week. And then Sarah and Gavin came over, and that was crazy because I found myself sitting in a rehearsal room, just me, Sarah and Gavin. And like, obviously they knew each other so well. And like, I was just sitting in the corner, like watching them sing You Matter to Me. And I was just like, what is happening? What is my life right now? Getting this like private performance. And obviously opening night was crazy. And you know, for me, it was just good timing that I happened to be opening with Sarah and Gavin.
Yeah.
And then, from then on in, it was just like, you know, Emma Thompson coming to see the show. And
oh yeah, I remember Emma Thompson coming.
Yeah, and just being like,
she was lovely.
So nice. And I just loved it. And like, just stupid things like getting takeout in between shows and like sitting in Marisha's dressing room.
Yeah, you loved a witch sandwich, didn't you?
Obsessed. It was dangerous. It was getting dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like, you know, doing the lottery every week, you popping around with your tin.
Bonus ball.
Yeah. And just like feeling a part of a family, and just like everyone was so lovely, and the crew, like I'm missing everyone. And it was just because I think it was about 6 or 7 weeks I did in total.
Right, okay.
Which is like nothing really. And
which is actually the same amount of time that I think Ashley did on the show. She only did 8 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that felt... Oh, hang on. Yeah, that was the time Ashley spent on the show, and but that felt like a long time. Whereas obviously yours didn't. You were just beginning, so yeah. But going back to what you said about like Emma Thompson, like coming to see it, the amount of times when like cool celebrities came to see the show, and I think one of the moments was like, obviously we had Jack McBrayer in the show before.
So cool. I wish I'd worked with him.
You know, and the amount of times he just dropped names of like who was coming to the show and stuff. And I think one of my favourite comments, like one of the first moments I had a big sort of laugh to Jack was like, we were in rehearsals and he mentioned a name, is a basketballer basically. A basketballer called Blake Griffin, and when he spoke about him, because he was like, "Oh, we're good mates," and I was like, "Oh, just pick that name up off the floor." Then he was like, "No, I'm gonna leave it there for you to see, for everyone to see." And I thought, what a brilliant response! So he used to bring people all the time, and one of the weirdest times was like, it wasn't a biggie for me as it was for some people. It was a huge one, but when Alexandra Skarsgård came, and then he was just chilling out, you know, in between. After the show, like having a drink with us all in the dressing room afterwards. Crazy. Or Johnny Galecki from The Big Bang Theory. You know, one of the lads said they walked in and Johnny Galecki was just there and he was just like, "Hey." I was like, "Oh my God, that's really cool." But it was a crazy show for that.
Is it Matthew Morrison from Glee?
Yeah.
He was just, I came down to stage door one day and I was just like, "Oh, hi." He was like, "Hey, great show." And I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I think I opened the stage door once to Lizzie Kaplan as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because you do West End shows anyway, and you do get celebrities come see it. But like Waitress was one where just like so many big names and big people came to see it. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Great. So it was. Okay, right. Now we are going to go into our more generalized section for you, just so like people can get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
Right. So there's going to be something that flashes across the screen. Round 2, or general questions. I don't know. Okay. So, tell us, what have you been binge watching or listening to? Like podcast-wise or anything in this year of COVID restrictions to sort of pass the time and occupy your thoughts?
So lockdown 1 was Ozark. Netflix.
Yes, brilliant. Have you watched it all?
Phenomenal. Yeah.
So good. So
I
good.
need season, what is it? 4? Yeah, I need it. But this lockdown, 3.0, Gilmore Girls has literally... Oh my God, I can't tell you. I think it's actually saved my mental health because I feel like I'm getting a warm hug every time I watch it. I've got...
Okay, go.
I've got 3 episodes left and I don't... Are
you on the Netflix one?
No, I'm not on the reunion yet.
Okay.
I haven't finished the final season because I don't want it to end. I'm just like... I just don't want it to end. I'm going to order a pizza, get the biggest tub of ice cream, and then watch all 3 and just cry, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it so much. It's just great.
Great. Any podcasts or anything like that or whatever?
Podcast-wise, I've been listening to you. Do you know who Jessie Cave is?
No.
She was in the Harry Potter films.
Oh, okay, no.
Who
did she play in the Harry Potter films?
I don't know because I don't watch Harry Potter. And that's not the reason why.
There's lots of people right now going, unfollow Evie.
I know. It's bad, isn't it? No, but I saw her show at Edinburgh because she also writes. She did a one-woman show in Edinburgh, and her and her sister have been doing a podcast, and it's just been really nice because they're like of a similar age and they're both in the business, so it's just been like having a nice coffee with friends and just listening to that chat.
Oh, cool. And I know my wife likes listening to Married Annoyed with what's she called, Rosie Ramsey and Chris Ramsey. That might be a good one for you to pick up on. It's like really light-hearted, funny. Like my wife like gets in hysterics over it. Like she'll be listening to it upstairs and in hysterics. And I've listened to a couple with her and I've enjoyed it. I've just never listened to it from the very beginning, but the ones that I've listened to have been really funny. So I definitely think that'd be a good one for you to listen
Thanks.
to.
Yeah,
I also listened to the Scrubs Rewatch podcast with Zach Braff and Donald Faison. Literally watching over all the episodes of Scrubs from start to finish. So each episode of the podcast is an episode from the show.
That's clever. That's clever.
I've guessed and stuff, and I've actually done a little mini photo shoot with Funko Pops to send into send in to them and hopefully get on the podcast. But we'll see from there. Right, next question. What would you say is your most used emoji on your phone when you're texting?
Either crying, laughing, or upside down smiling.
Oh, is that the one that's like a tiny little smile that's like...
It's just upside down. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I like those ones. All right, lovely, great. And would you say you're more of a dog person or a cat person?
Oh, well, I'm allergic to cats, so dogs. I was thinking about getting a dog, the classic.
What kind of a
lockdown.
dog?
I really want a sausage dog.
Yeah, like a miniature Dachshund.
So cute, so cute.
Laura's obsessed with them.
So
okay. And would you prefer a night in at the theatre or a night in at the cinema?
Theatre every time.
Theatre, okay, fair enough.
Obviously.
And last one of this section, what would your dream job be, whether it be sort of theatre, TV or film?
Oh, you mean like if I could do any job?
Yeah.
They're all so different, aren't they? They're just so different. I love them for different reasons. Waitress is definitely one of my dream jobs, so I've done that. So I'd love to work with Tim Burton and do a Tim Burton film.
That'd be quite cool. Excellent. Right, let's move on to the next section. Okay, so we've got the quick fire round that this is, okay? Basically, I'm going to give you the question and you're going to have to answer it instantly without thinking. Yeah, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Beach holiday or city break?
City break.
Flight or invisibility?
Flight.
Texting or talking?
Texting.
Be able to speak every language in the world or be able to speak to animals?
Ooh, animals.
Okay. Who was met, me or you?
Me.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Autumn, winter, spring or summer?
Autumn.
Would you rather cuddle a baby panda or a baby penguin?
Panda.
Okay. Say something in Spanish.
Hola.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Say something cool.
I'm not Matt.
And Galaxy or Cadbury?
Cadbury's.
Okay, brilliant. Nice and good answers there. Well, listen, thanks so much for interviewing today. Where can people find you on Instagram? And we'll make it appear on the screen. Just your name.
At Evelyn Hoskins. Can I do that? Is it gonna?
If you want, and I'll put it there for you. Yeah, sure. At Evelyn Hoskins. All right. Yeah.
I've never done that.
Thanks so much for interviewing, and I will see you soon. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to see you.
Bye. Standard Zoom wave. Bye. So there you go. There is the interview with Evie. Like I said, we have lots of fun doing it. We spent a lot of time chatting on Zoom before and afterwards, but I hope you enjoyed the short sort of little interview we did for you. And I hope you take part in the poll as well. Who is met, me or Evie? Thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully some more interviews coming for you soon. And I would love you to do the usual like, share, comment, and shout out to those who like to watch my interview videos a million times. Keep watching them a million times. Keep telling everyone else to watch them a million times. And hopefully I'll be able to keep doing more and more for you. See you guys.